Welcome to Module 5.2, Order of Operations. The order of operations tell us the order in which we should evaluate numerical expressions. We often use the letters P, E, M, D, A, S to help remind us of which operations we should do first. For example, the P stands for parentheses. First thing we need to do is look for parentheses, and we need to do any operations within those parentheses. Next up is exponents. We look for any exponents that are in our numerical expression. Multiplication and division come next, and they're equals, which means we work from left to right. Finally, addition and subtraction, and again those are equals, so we work from left to right. Now let's take a look at a couple of examples. In the first example, notice that we have addition, exponents, and subtraction. So in this one, we're going to be doing exponents first. There are no parentheses, so we're going to do our exponent operation first. We're going to first figure out the value of 3 to the second power. Remember, that means 3 times 3. The bases multiplied together twice. So that's going to give me an answer of 9. Notice I'm going to write the value directly below that. And then I'm going to rewrite the rest of the expression exactly as it appears, making sure to include all of the symbols and numbers from the original expression. So my next step is to figure out what am I going to do between adding and subtracting. Remember, adding and subtracting are equals, so we work from left to right. So my first operation is going to be 4 plus 9. And that's going to give me a value of 13. And again, I'm going to keep the minus 7 as part of the expression. I'm just doing one thing in each step. Finally, I'm ready to subtract. 13 minus 7 gives me a total value of 6. In the second example, I have addition, exponents, and division. So again, no parentheses or brackets, so I'm going to first choose exponents. I'm going to evaluate the exponent part of this expression. 4 to the second power is 16, 4 times 4. And the rest of the expression I'm going to write as it is, including the symbols and the numbers, making sure to include everything in the same order that it was from my original expression. Next step, I have addition and division, and multiplication and division comes before adding and subtracting. So my next step is going to be to divide 16 divided by 2, and that is an answer of 8. So I'm going to rewrite this part that I didn't evaluate. 8 plus 8, addition comes last, and that's going to give me an overall answer of 16. In my third example, I've got quite a bit going on. I've got some parentheses. Inside the parentheses, I have an exponent and subtraction. I have this 4 right in front of the parentheses, which would mean to multiply. And I have minus 6, subtraction. So if I look at my order of operations, the first thing I want to do is parentheses and brackets. So inside the parentheses, I have 5 to the second power minus 7. That exponent is going to come first inside the parentheses. 5 to the second power is 25. 5 times 5. I'm going to be careful to rewrite everything else exactly as it appears. That'd be 25 minus 7. And that's still in parentheses because I still have an operation in there. So the next step, I still have parentheses, so I'm going to need to do those. 25 minus 7 gives me a total of 18. And I'm going to keep that in parentheses because I have this 4 here, and the 4 outside the parentheses means to multiply. So I've got to remember that when I'm looking at what to do next. I've got multiplication and subtraction, so I'm going to multiply next because that's higher up on the order of operations. I'm going to do 4 times 18. And that's 72 minus 6. So that final answer, subtraction 72 minus 6, gives me an overall answer of 66.